Hello everyone, this is Halo Reach Tutor. I've got another gameplay video for you. This time I'm playing Halo Reach. This is a Slayer game type on the map The
Slay.
Cage. So let's get things started. I've got a lot of information to cover here. I want to tell you a little bit about the cage and a little bit about the armor abilities, other things. I scoop up the shotgun right away, and so head over to the grav lift. Want to try to get as close to the blue team as possible. Of course, when you've got the sprint ability, I really like that ability quite a bit. It works really well with short range weapons. So I scoop up the grenade launcher here. This is a really neat tool. What you want to do is you want to fire the weapon and hold down the trigger key. When you release the trigger key, the grenade will explode. So you want to be able to time your grenade launches so that they're going to explode, of course, when they're as near to your enemy as possible. Pretty nice little long-range weapon here. I like the control they allow you to have. Again, with the shotgun and the energy sword, those are great weapons to have when you're using the sprint ability because you can get right up close to your enemies very quickly, and there's not a lot they can do about it. One thing you do need to keep in mind on this map is that it's very open. You can see there's not a lot of cover. There's no real buildings to speak of. Um, there's not, not even hardly any walls or anything like that. There is a few, right, kind of where I'm at, and in a couple other areas. Um, so you want to do your best to kind of stay in the safer areas if you can find any. Now this is one of the first times I played this map, and so I didn't know the map too well, but I was kind of sticking with my Halo instincts, which means, you want to stay on the high ground if possible. Um, you want to stay in cover if possible, and you want to stay out of the middle of the map. Um, I've always found those to be effective Halo strategies, and they turned out to serve me pretty well during this gameplay. Of course, the middle of the map is always just going to be a death trap, no matter what map you're playing. Keep that in mind. Um, you always want to have the high ground if possible because it's easier to shoot down on your enemies, and you usually have better escape points if you're up on the high ground. I switched out that rocket or the grenade launcher because it only had one left in it, and didn't want to get caught without enough ammunition. Just running down here to try to give my teammates a little bit of support as the blue team rushes this walkway. But it looks like they're gonna turn around and start coming up the um, grav lift, coming up the other side. So I spin around and trying to help them out on this side too. There is a med pack at the top here. That's useful to note. I jumped down to the bottom here because I was getting ambushed from two different sides. I was able to escape death there, luckily. This location is where the Covenant grenade launcher is, so you might want to try to duck down there and pick that up if you have the opportunity. That's a really powerful weapon, and on a map like this with absolutely no cover, that grenade launcher is going to be really highly sought after. So that might be one area you're going to want to rush to at the beginning of the game to try to pick that weapon up. Now, a word about the grenades. Of course, due to the openness of this map, it's very easy to just throw those grenades right off the edge or have them bounce off into the abyss down there. So you want to be very conscious of how you're using your grenades. You want to throw them off the floor, throw them off the walls if possible. Make sure that they're not chucked off the edge or bouncing off the edge where they won't be of any use to you. Be very mindful of how you use the grenades here. Blue team finally catches up with me for my first death. Not too bad. I decided to switch out for the hologram, which is a lot of fun. I was noticing all the long walkways here, and so I realized that the hologram would be of a lot of use because the hologram has a long ways to run. I think that people are going to start to realize pretty quickly when that hologram is just standing still in the middle of nowhere. It's that, you know, it's a fake. So what you want to do is find an area that's nice and open where your hologram will have a lot of opportunities to run for really long ways for, you know, maximum deception. Also keep in mind that your hologram is going to go to where you send it. So if you're looking at the ground and you send it out there, it will only go a couple feet. But if you look up in the air and send it like I do here, it's going to run for a really long ways. So make sure that when you send that hologram out, you take just 1 minute to look up at the sky, or maybe not the sky, but you know, kind of look out there ahead of you. Don't send it just 2 feet in front of you where it's going to stop and it's not going to be of much use. Now a word about the jetpacks here. Jetpacks are extremely popular. They are a lot of fun, but they are not without danger. Keep in mind that anytime you're jetpacking, you are, you know, an open target. It usually doesn't matter what map you're on. If you're out there flying in the air, you're going to have people shooting at you from all sides. So you want to make sure that when you're jetpacking, you're doing it for a reason, right? To maybe access a certain area or get to a difficult place. But you don't want to be just jetpacking up in the sky shooting down on everybody, or you're going to draw a lot of attention. You're going to get picked off very quickly. I fall back to my safe cover here, just waiting to see if he follows me down. And I think he will. Sure enough, he does, and I'm able to pick up a nice assassination. Now, a word about the assassinations. With the animated assassinations, those are really gratifying. They're a lot of fun, and you know, they're just really a killer addition to this new game. However, you do have to be careful because when performing those assassinations, it is possible that a teammate of the person you're assassinating can bail them out. So if I'm assassinating a blue player and then another blue player comes and kills me in the meantime, you know, he'll save his teammate basically, which, you know, is a danger when you're performing those animated assassinations, where if you just pull off the classic quick assassination, there's no danger of that happening. So while the new assassinations are a lot of fun, you know, and I wholeheartedly enjoy them and endorse them, you do want to be careful if you're playing a very competitive game, or maybe if it's really close. You might not want to take that risk of, you know, going with the animated assassination. You might want to stick with just the quick classic assassination. Just a tip, something to keep in mind there. See, in that instance right there, that teammate probably would have saved his teammate because I had to do that quick assassination, and then immediately after I did so, his teammate killed me. So, anyway, thanks for watching today, folks. This is Halo Reach, Tutor with the Cage. Check back for more gameplay videos to come. Thanks for watching. This is Halo Reach, Tutor, signing out.